Welcome to the Pink English. Thank you for coming in. We're here to learn about the subject and verb agreement. Sounds interesting, right? So what is subject-verb agreement? We just have to make the subject agrees with the verb and the verb agrees with the subject. Say, if the subject is singular, then the verb must also be singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb must also be plural. Simple. So how do we know if it's singular or plural? To better understand this topic, let's begin with the basic information. When you say singular, that means only one. And when you say plural, that means many. So, how about the subject and the verb? Let's review. Okay, as we all know, the subject is anything that is being talked about in the sentence. It can be a noun, or a pronoun. So what is a noun again? Let's take a look at this. So when you say noun, it is the name of person, place, animal, and thing. So we have here examples. For the names of person, we have Ben, Jane, Kate. For animals, we have dog, cat, bird. For things, we have table, chair, house. And for place, we have supermarket, school, and park. So how do we know if these nouns are singular or plural? Okay, so these examples here are all in their singular forms. So how do we make them plural? Simple. Okay, the basic rule is that we just need to add s or es to make them plural. Say, for example, dog, dogs, cat, cats, bird, birds. And then we have here table, tables. Table, tables, chair, chairs, house, houses, and the like. Okay? So for the names of person, let's just combine them. For example, Ben and Kate, or Jane and Kate, or Ben, Kate, and Jane. Alright, as simple as this. Now what about the pronoun? Remember that the pronoun is the word that is used to substitute the nouns. Say, for example, instead of saying, Jane likes ice cream, Jane's favorite is strawberry ice cream, we can just simply say, Jane likes ice cream. Her favorite is strawberry ice cream. The pronoun her is used to substitute, the noun Jane's in the possessive form. There are different types of pronouns, or should I say, there are a lot of pronouns. So since we're talking about the subject, let's just focus on the subjective case of pronoun. Subjective case of pronoun. So what is subjective case of pronoun? Well, these are the pronouns I, you, we, they, she, he, and it. Okay, so all of these pronouns are used as subjects in sentences. Okay, so how do we know if these pronouns are singular or plural? Remember that I takes the base form of the verb. Okay, and it is always followed by the linking verb or the be verb am. The pronoun you also takes the base form of the verb, and is followed by the linking verb or the be verb are. The pronouns we and they are always plural, and so they take the base form of the verb and the linking verb as well as the be verb are. Same with the you. Okay? While the pronouns she, he, and it, okay, they are always singular. And they take the S or the ES forms of the verb and are followed by the linking verb or the be verb is, if we're talking about the present tense of the verb. So let's just take this course using the present tense of the verb and not the past tense, so do not be confused, okay? Now that the subject is clear, let's talk about the verb. The verb, like any other parts of speech, has many different types. We have the action verb, the linking verb, the be verb, and the helping verb. So how do we know if a verb is singular or plural? So let me use here the action verb to show you. But first, what is an action verb? As we all know, an action verb is a verb that expresses action. For example, or for examples, we have jump, climb, wash, what else? Walk. These verbs are in their base forms. When verbs are in their base forms, they don't have S, ES, D, or ED at the end, and they're used together with the plural subjects. Verbs in their base forms and are used with plural subjects are plural. They are definitely plural. Okay. So how do we make them singular? Simple. We form singular verbs by adding S or ES. So here, jump becomes jumps. Climb becomes climbs. Wash becomes washes. And walk becomes walks. Now these verbs are singular. Now that everything is clear about the subject and the verb, let us now focus on the SVA rule. Remember that the subject must agree with the verb and vice versa. Now let's take a look at this example. The dog jumps over the lazy goat. Can you tell me what the subject is? How about the verb? Great! The dog is the subject and the verb is the word jumps. So, does the subject dog agree with the verb jumps? The answer is yes. How do we know? Let's analyze. Remember that singular noun does not add s. Plural noun does. So, is the subject dog singular or plural? Great, it is singular. How about the verb jumps? Is it singular or plural? Remember, singular verb adds s or es, and plural verb does not. So, is the verb jumps singular or plural? Great, it is singular. Now the rule is simple. Singular subject takes singular verb. How about if we make the simple sentence this way? The dogs jump over the lazy goat. Will it make any difference? Definitely. Can you explain what exactly just happened? You're right if you're thinking that the subject, dogs, and the verb jump are now plural. Remember that plural nouns add s, while singular nouns do not. Singular verbs add s or is, but plural verbs do not. Now this speaks about the second rule. Plural subject takes plural verb. Now let's see if you've learned something. Let's practice. All you have to do is to check if the subject and the verb agree in the sentence. Are you ready? Let's begin. Now let's see if we got the same answers. Did you get a good score? Let's try more. Let's begin with practice number 2. Ready? Now let's check if we have the same answers. Did you get a better score now? Alright, that's great.